been so much joy and festivity here, and now it's time for my talk, just like that. Wow. All right. Well, we read in the way of the heart, I cannot find a concept, a word, an idea, a philosophy, or a dogma that can contain the mystery that is closer to you than your own breath and awaits your discovery. The unlimited life in which we live, the unlimited life that lives in us, can't be wrapped up or bound or explained in human terms. Life is beyond words because life is an experience. I mean, we can describe an experience we've had with words, and we can think about an experience we'd like to have. But we can't actually have an experience unless we feel it as it's happening. Now, even though we experience a feeling, good or bad, as an emotion in our body, doesn't it seem as if that feeling began somewhere else, beyond our five senses, and then sent a vibrational message to us, to our five senses, to our body? Doesn't it seem that that's what love does? I mean, we can describe what love is like. We can even say in words what we love about someone or something. But we can only know what love is by feeling it as it's happening. Like life, and life is love, there isn't a concept, a word, an idea, a philosophy, or a dogma that can contain the mystery of love that is closer to us than our breath and awaits our moment-to-moment discovery. The way of the heart tells us you are spirit. You are that which has come forth as a ray of light from the mind of God, as a sunbeam from the sun. We could say that in our human form and expression, that we're like a 3D printout of the mystery of love within us. And that mystery in which we live and move and have our being awaits our discovery of what we are in it and who we are as it. The non-physical spirit of love in us, our inner being, our soul, is not only closer to us than our breath, it is our breath. I mean, we may breathe in the world around us, but the very urge to breathe comes from our inner being. The urge to inhale at all is our inner being right now, wanting us to be here, breathing right now in this human environment, or we wouldn't be doing it. And it wants us to be here in these forms and expressions so that we can reveal the mystery of the love within us that, let's face it, always wants to get physical. But unless we escape the tight borders of our human mind that we're in the habit of relying on for reality, even though it's limited to the ideas and concepts about ourself and life that we obtain from the world, we won't discover the love that is loving us, the love that is gently but powerfully guiding us in time and space, our inner being that wants us to live an absolutely free, uninhibited life that we enjoy living every day. Abraham Hicks tells us there are not enough words to fully express to you the bigness of the well-being that is focused upon you at all times. It is essential for us to realize there's a way bigger inner to our outer, that our inner being is always focused on our well-being. What we see as our physical form is just the tip of the iceberg of the spacious self of love that we are. I mean, we know that we can love someone who's standing in front of us or someone that's all the way across the country or in another country or all the way around the world. We know we can love them right now, right where we are. We know we can love the moon and the stars and the planets. And even though that seems like big love, the love within us is way bigger than that. There is so much more to us and to this world that we live in than meets the eye. And that's why the most important, valuable relationship in our life is the one we have with our inner being. It is the source and the subject of all true self-knowing. But we can't think our way to that relationship because it's an experience. We have to feel our way to our inner reality. The 13th century Sufi poet Shams Tabrizi, who was a spiritual teacher of Rumi, wrote, "Intellect takes you to the door, but it doesn't take you into the house. Only our heart can take us inside the house of love." And that house of love is right here and right now. And it is now and forever the place we share with our inner being. I know we talk a lot about changing our thinking and changing our life. But I believe that it is important to realize that we can't rely on our thinking alone. It's how our thinking is causing us to feel that lets us know if we're aligned with the spiritual reality of our own being or if we're not. Abraham Hicks tells us the emotion you feel is always about the vibrational variance between where you want to be and where you are. If you're out of balance, there are only two ways to bring yourself into alignment. Either raise your expectation to match your desire, or lower your desire to match your expectation. Now, even though we're using positive words to affirm what we want, and we may even be smiling while we're saying those words, but it's just lip service. Because words don't matter if we don't believe them. It's how we're feeling about what we're saying that is the true indication of our point of attraction. That's why it's essential for us to get out of our head with its habitual tendency to think and think and think it through until we don't know what to do, and get in touch with our feelings. That's where our constant, infallible guidance comes from. We know when we're feeling the truth. Our inner being knows. When we get a good feeling about ourselves and life that doesn't depend on anything that we think about in the world. Our feelings are our direct connection with our inner being, with the spirit within us that is focused upon us at all times. The larger, non-physical, spiritual part of us not only sent us here, but knows what we want while we're here, and knows where to get it. Living without seeking inner guidance is like trying to drive a car with the dashboard covered up. Not knowing how fast we're going, not knowing if we need to get some gas. Every moment, when we're experiencing anything, when we're looking around us, when we're working on a project, when we're cooking dinner, when we're having a conversation with others, and when we're alone with our deepest thoughts, our inner being is right there with us. How could it not be when it is sustaining our life here in form and expression in this human environment? Our inner being is always having a beautiful, spiritual point of view about whatever we're focused on in any moment. Whatever we're doing, our inner being is enjoying it. How we feel in that moment is about our perspective compared to the spiritual perspective of our inner being. When we've got a good feeling about what we're doing, if we're enjoying ourselves, if we're feeling happy, excited and adventurous and enthusiastic, or even when we're just feeling calm and peaceful and confident, we're in alignment with how our inner being is feeling about what we're doing. And when we're feeling bored or worried or angry, we're not seeing the moment as it is in the reality within us. A Course in Miracles tells us reality is everything, and you have everything because you are real. You cannot distort reality and know what it is. And if you do distort reality, you will experience anxiety, depression, and ultimately panic because you are trying to make yourself unreal. The spiritual reality within us, the non-physical part of us, is a know-it-all. It knows what we want. It knows every request we make, big or small, subtle or bold, and it takes it all in and receives it fully. And then expands our reality, our inner vibration, our inner being to include it, whatever it was. It never dilutes our spiritual point of attraction with contradictory thoughts. It never says, we want it, but. It never says we can't have it for any reason. Never feels that way. Now, because we are an inner and outer being, while we're here in this human environment, we could say that we have 2 points of view, 2 points of attraction. One within us as our spiritual self, and one within our human consciousness or awareness that contains as much as we believe is true. How well we do as the outer expression of ourself with getting what we want, how well we attract it into physical manifestation depends on our human vibration. And that's caused by what we're choosing to focus on in any moment. We're either focusing on what we want, or we're focusing on the absence of it. We're focusing on what we do want, and we're feeling the feeling of how it feels to have it, knowing that it's there for us, because life never says no to us. Or else we're focused on what we don't want, and we have a negative vibration about it because it doesn't look like it's there, and we're focused on the absence of it. We can't be denying the vibration of what we want by focusing on its absence and still get it. We just can't. The law of attraction doesn't work that way. We have to be in alignment with what we want. We have to believe in it. We have to be in the vibrational realm of where it is already, where it's already been given, where our inner being has full ownership. We want to align with that vibration. Our inner being is always focused on what we want with complete knowledge that we can have it. And because there's never, ever any degree of resistance in the vibration of our inner being, because it's God, it's love, it's spirit. The law of attraction responds to our vibrational inner self, in magnificent ways, in ways that we would call powerful or miraculous or earth-changing or life-changing. When we're in alignment with what's already there within us, even if we don't see it yet, we can't help but get a good feeling But the more our inner being knows that it's a done deal, you ask for it, you've got it. And the more we deny it by focusing on the physical and saying it's not here, the worse we feel. For example, the more we ask for love. I want to love more. I want to love everybody. The more love our inner being holds within us, it knows we're a lover and that there's no limit to how much we can love. But if we continue to be mad at someone, or we continue to be angry at something that's happening in the world, the worse we feel. Because we just can't separate ourselves from ourselves and feel good. And we can never separate ourselves from ourselves. We're one. Can't have an outer without an inner, and can't have an inner without an outer somewhere. We know what we want, but sometimes it doesn't take much of a conversation for us to become a complainer about what's missing. Thank God our inner being never becomes a complainer. Our inner being won't go with us into a negative vibration. And that's when we feel that tug of war within us that doesn't feel good. It won't go, and we won't let go. In fact, when we feel about something in a way that our inner being doesn't, we feel crummy. I mean, various degrees of crummy, but none of it feels good. It doesn't feel good, ever, not to be in alignment with who we are. When we've got a good feeling about life, we can't even explain, but we have a good feeling about life and our possibilities in it, because we just do. I got a good feeling about this. We're in sync with the reality of our inner being, who always feels good about our possibilities, always. And always wants for us what we want for ourselves. And so it gets it for us. The way of the heart tells us, you are spirit. In that formless beginning, you are consciousness itself. You are intelligence itself. You are bliss. You are radiance. You are compassion. You are the potential for endless creativity. When we align with the spiritual being we are, nothing can prevent us from creating a life we love to live every moment. When we know that what truly matters in this world is that which flows into it from the mystery of love, then we're knowing what our inner being knows. And when we're knowing what our inner being knows, we've got a good feeling that life is good. Namaste. All right. Well, this is the time of our service when we continue to be videoed, right?
I'm going to keep it going.
Okay. Well, then thank you all for being here, and thank you for showing up when you did. And we are just so grateful that you come and just shine your light and fill this sanctuary with so much love and warmth and goodness. And we're so grateful that you feel the same way, or you wouldn't be watching the video. You wouldn't be looking for the good and praising it in your life and here at LEC. And so we just want to, all of us who know, thank you for all of your support, for the beautiful financial support that keeps us going week after week. And if you would like to know how to support us and you don't know how yet, or you just were looking through YouTube and you found this video and you're going, wow, I'd like to be part of that. Well, part of that would mean some financial support so we can be here week after week to share the good news with everybody, with the ethers around the world, and then some. So if you don't know how to do that and you're wondering right this moment, we've got instant information for you, because our treasurer, Dr. Jamie Phillips, you're not getting up, so I don't know if I'm stretching or what I'm doing here, is here to tell you how.
Whoo, I feel good, like I knew that I would now. So good, so good. Do, 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 do. Ow! Okay. Come on. Okay, if you'd like, this is recorded too. Unbelievable. If you would like to donate to the Life Enrichment Center, there's several ways to do it. You can go to facebook.com/Life Enrichment Center. There's a donate button. You can go to lecflint.com. That's our website where you're going to find the podcast and a video. And there's a donate button on that page or on that site. You can go to PayPal, which is our email address for PayPal is lec2512@gmail.com. Or you can mail us a check at our P.O. Box, Life Enrichment Center, P.O. Box 321294, Flint, Michigan 48532. And here in the sanctuary, we're going to be doing an offertory while we listen to the beautiful voice of Marcia Allen singing in this very room. And then Reverend Stephanie will be back for gratitude prayer. Thank you.